Welcome back. Alice Ever After Books is committed to introducing kids to literature from a young age. And here with us now is owner Meg with more details on her store. Welcome, Meg. Thanks so much for joining me.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Of course. I want you to first tell us about your bookstore and what inspired you to start it.
Sure, yeah. We're a children's bookstore, primarily, right here in Buffalo. And I was an educator for 15 years before I did this. Also very invested in children's literature. I'm trying my hand at writing books as well. So owning a children's bookstore was my dream from the time I was very young. So yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about your location and how that area really helps you get in touch with the community's youth.
Yeah, we're right in Parkside across from the Buffalo Zoo. You can't get a better location to have a children's bookstore here in Buffalo. But we also have Fairy Cakes right next door to us. We have Jam, the coffee shop. We have Making Waves Art Studio, which is an art studio for kids. So it's really a great place in Buffalo for kids to come together with their families.
Great for the family.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about what your overall mission is with this bookshop and what you're trying to accomplish?
Yes. So really community and families is really the heart of what we do. Our mission is to make sure that any kiddo who comes into our store can see themselves in a book. So we very purposefully curate our collection to offer a wide variety of experiences. We are also very, very connected to the other local bookstores in Buffalo and the other local small businesses. So we always share hours for other local bookstores. We have a bookstore passport program we do every year. Every holiday season we highlight the local stores that our booksellers are shopping at. We really want to bring people together and highlight all of the good neighborliness that Buffalo is known for.
That's right. And that is something that you truly have reflected. You've brought in a bunch of books here to our table, and actually a lot of them are from local authors, right?
Yes, yeah. So Adam Ziglis lives right in Parkside. He comes over and signs books for us. We have those for sale. We have Aaliyah Agostini, who's from Buffalo. She lives outside of the city, but whenever she comes back to visit the family, she pops in. Male Duck, the author Erica, lives right in Parkside as well. So we really try to feature a lot of local authors and illustrators in our books, in the other things that we carry as well. And we do events with these authors and other people. Yeah.
Well, now is the time, now is the season of giving, right?
Yes.
So if our viewers want to come out and shop with you, do you have special hours during the holidays?
Yep, we are actually open every day up until Christmas. Christmas Eve, we're open from 10 until 1. We close for Christmas Day, and then we will be open the days after that, especially families who are home with their kids for school break, or they have family who's come into town. They come in and they spend the gift cards that they got in their stockings and under the tree, and you know, we get to hang out with them. And then we close for January for the first week to have a little rest, to clean up,
you
and
earned it.
Start all over. Yeah,
you will have earned it for sure.
Yeah.
Meg, I love what you're trying to do, because I've heard recently literacy rates are not really looking too good, and I'm sure you know the pandemic had an effect. But I think it's really important, especially with kids, getting them interested in reading. Starts with having them see themselves in these books, seeing characters that look like them, or stories that reflect themselves with their families, to make them more interested, and it also helps them learn more, obviously, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when kids' eyes will light up when they see somebody who looks in a book. You know, we had one book called Magnolia, and this little girl came in, and her name was Magnolia, and she looked like the character on the front of the book, and it was such a sweet moment. She said, "That is me on that book."
Yeah.
And then wants to read it. You know, we don't want to put any barriers in front of kids for reading. So whether it's The Dog Man or The Diary of the Wimpy Kid, and it's something that gets you reading, that is the most important first step. Get a book in the hands of a kiddo.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you truly make it a place for everyone. We were talking about this cookbook, and you were able to have some of the people involved with that in store.
Yes.
And have both a children's event and something for the adults, right?
Yes, we partnered with Read It and Eat Books. So the bookstore community here in Buffalo is a really spectacular, vibrant community. We partner as a whole group, and individual bookstores will partner with others. So we did a great event with Kim. In the morning, we had my friend, who happened to be one of the recipe developers, came to Buffalo from Boston. We did an event for kids at the bookstore, inspiring them to be the next generation of rebel girls who cook. And then in the evening, we partnered with the Martin House, and we had a panel of women in Buffalo who are in food, and they had a very amazing discussion about what it means to be a rebel woman in food here in the city.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
We love what you're doing here, Meg. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing more. Viewers, if you would like to learn more about all of the titles they have in store, it's not just this, it's so much more. Just visit their location on Parkside Avenue or browse their website at AliceEverAfterBooks.com. Thanks again for coming in, Meg. And
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Thanks.